I just didn't feel like getting perms no more. That's it. So perhaps I should elaborate a little bit more. It was somewhere between 2004 and 2006. I was in college, my junior or senior year, and I had been getting perms.
I know the politically correct term is relaxers, but back then we called them perms, so that's what I'm going to call them.
I have been getting perms for as long as I can remember, maybe since I was like 8 or 10 years old. I have been going to the salon and getting my hair relaxed on a regular basis. When I got to college, I went to college in the middle of a cornfield.
Shout out Ohio University, hashtag 1804, hashtag Bobcats Forever.
But there was no stylist around, and the nearest stylist was like 90 miles away, and I was not about to put up with that. So I just started doing my own relaxers when I got to college, and if I didn't do it, sometimes a friend would perm my hair for me. But I was still getting perms on a regular basis. I just hated the process of getting a perm. I hated the smell. I hated the sores. I hated my burnt ears. I hated that it took all day to do it. I had to perm, then wash, then blow dry, and flat iron, and doing that on a regular basis, I just hated it. A lot of people say that when they go natural, their hair is so much more unmanageable, but I really didn't see a difference because my hair is thick and it's low porosity, which means that it's resistant to chemical processes. So the whole time that my hair was relaxed, I had a lot of texture. My hair is a mix of 3A, 3B, and 3C. When my hair was relaxed, it was basically like 2C, 3A. Still had a ton of texture. So it would still sweat out. It still was hard to flat iron. So it was still such a hassle. So I needed a perm. And I, just out of sheer laziness and procrastination, decided to stretch it out a little bit. So I don't know how long I stretched it out, but I maybe waited like an extra month longer than I would have to do it. And I decided, okay, today I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and slap the relaxer in my head. But I decided not to, again. I went ahead and just washed and flat ironed my hair, and I had about like this much new growth. It had been a while since my last relaxer. I thought that because of the new growth that when I flat ironed my hair, you would still be able to see like a texture difference, that the relaxed part was going to get straighter than the new growth. I was just under that impression. So I went ahead and flat ironed my hair, and I couldn't tell. Like when it was flat iron, like you could not see the line of demarcation. You could not see where my new growth ended and my permed hair began. Then I got an epiphany. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not getting relaxers anymore. I'm not perming my hair anymore. I'm not wasting my $6 at Walmart and buying these boxes. I'm not doing this anymore. And that was it. That was the last time I got a relaxer. That's why I went natural, out of sheer laziness and procrastination. There was no self-realization at that point. I wasn't trying to embrace my natural hair texture. I wasn't trying to have healthier hair. I was really young and I wasn't thinking about any of that. I was just looking for a shortcut to get my desired hair look. And if I didn't see the point in relaxing anymore, I wasn't going to do it. In the title of this video, I have natural in parentheses because kind of technically textbook, I was natural because I wasn't using chemicals to alter my natural hair texture anymore. But this was well over 10 years ago. I would know nothing about the natural hair movement. The term "I'm going natural" didn't even exist. It was just that I'm not getting perms no more. That's what it was. So for me, I wasn't even going to be aware of the term being natural for years down the road. I actually just realized a couple months ago, thinking about this time, that I actually transitioned. I always look on Instagram and YouTube, and I admire those who transition because I have not the patience for that. I did big chop eventually due to heat damage, but the thought of transitioning, again, the concept, had no clue of it. And at that time, it just didn't cross my mind to grow my hair out. But now, looking back on that whole experience, I realized that I too have transitioned. Although, do not ask me about any transitioning advice because I can't give it. I didn't transition in a traditional sense. I wasn't concerned with going back to my natural hair texture. I was still wearing my hair flat ironed about 90% of the time. So I wasn't paying any attention at all to the line of demarcation, to my natural hair texture versus my permed hair texture. It just eventually, at some point, it grew out. My natural hair journey it's just a really long, a really convoluted, really complicated story. So this is just one part of it. Now, eventually I would come to a realization that, oh my goodness, you know, I really like my hair. Oh my goodness, I want to have healthy hair. But that wouldn't happen until many years down the road. So because my hair journey is so complicated, I just decided to tell it in increments. Because if I told it in one long story, we would be here all day. And that's it for my non-empowering why I went natural story. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you, friends, in the next video. Bye.